some banded strict press. I haven't pressed in a while, but I do know I've got some handstand push-ups coming up, so I feel like it's gonna be a really good handstand push-up warm-up for me. It's not crazy heavy, 50% of your 1 rep max press, and I'm just gonna focus on blocking out and getting my head through so I can hopefully transfer that into the strict handstand push-ups that I'm about to do in this gnarly little workout that we're gonna do. So from 0 to 15 minutes, 3 rounds, 20 calorie echo bike, 10 deadlifts, weight to be determined, but I was thinking like 315, 225, 2 legless rope climbs. We have till the 15-minute mark to do that. At the 15-minute mark, 3 rounds, 40 Zeus rope double unders, 8 deadlifts, the weight goes up. I don't know what your weight would be, 345, I'll probably go to like 245 or 255, 16 strict handstand push-ups. At the 30-minute mark, 3 rounds, 1,000 meter bike erg, 6 deadlifts, heavier again, back to 2 legless. No time cap. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. I ain't picky.
Today's focus is, so I've actually been back squatting. We've been back squatting on Mondays, and we've been doing a version of aerobic conditioning. So I've been doing assault bike or echo bike into building 5 sets of 10 on the back squat. So echo bike right into 10, 5 rounds every so many minutes. Last week we did the same thing, 8s. This week I was thinking switch it up, take a little break from that, but still work on heavy weightlifting with conditioning. So that's where the deadlift weight's gonna increase. It's gonna be a lot of heavy deads, but also putting the double under, the echo bike or the bike erg up front. So I'm forced to lift heavier with a higher heart rate, which is typically what we do when we compete. So that was kind of the logic behind it. And he's the one driving me towards doing more of that stuff, right? So I did that clean complex last week, and I went 10 pounds heavier this week, and right now my max power clean from the floor I think is still like 202. So I just hit 185 for 3 in a row without a belt, and I'm not really feeling that great. So again, I think I'm staying or maintaining strength with still doing like a weightlifting-esque conditioning focus, which is really cool. So that was a fun complex. It just forced you, I really was just focusing on the entire time, like big shrug and then fast elbows. So always as fast as I can to get my elbows around the bar and not being lazy there. So it's really good, forced me to do that.
What do you think you could get in that 2 minutes for that road?
Oh my gosh, that's the worst possible scenario for me. 2 minutes of nothing but 315 deadlifts. I'd probably be lucky to get 45, 50.
2 minutes, 45? 50.
I either way overestimated my ability or you're underestimating yours. One
What'd
of the
you
two.
say?
I said 45 or 50, and you're a far better
Well, I was
deadlifter than me.
thinking 15 in the first 30 seconds, 15 in the second 30 seconds, and then a whole minute to do 15 more. So that's how I got 45, because I think they sneak up real fast.
I don't know, not that they're comparable, but what's the deadlift box jump? Do you have a time for that?
No, I've never done it.
Really? Yeah, you have.
No, it's 2013, it's before I did CrossFit.
I thought we all did that one time.
Oh no, we did. I was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what pretty quick is. I really have no idea.
Wide open, darkness closing, just stay focused, I'm not folding, I'll upset you, cause I'm just too dangerous, I'm dangerous, let's be honest, say no contest, take those comments for my concept, from the get-go, I just get so dangerous, yeah, 2 equals sides don't equal ties. Yo, I came to equalize, let's energize. Basic math plus minus equals times. Pop says crazy watching the sequel shine. Last man standing, tell him I seek my prize. Challenge on wise, step in the ring, you die.
That's good. That was a good way to work on it.
3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 8, and 3 sets of 6. I was happy I did all mine without a belt.
I don't think I did any more than 2 sets, so that's good for me.
That's great.
It's easier if I hang on. I just can't make myself do it sometimes. Like the 6 there was way better than...
The 8s were hard.
Well, I mean, going all 6 was way better than
Breaking.
going like 4-2 or something. Having to pick it back up.
Yeah. I actually really liked it. It was like hard in a different way. Like the machine kept your heart rate high enough, or the double unders. And then the deadlift obviously was heavier, so it slowed us down. And then the skill. Like, okay, my heart rate's still high and I'm tired. I have to do this skill. So I really liked it. I was glad to have it on the time frame. So we went every 15, every 12, and then finish. Like you didn't feel like you were only deadlifting. The 8s actually were the hardest for me.
Those were the worst.
But I think it was the rope into the shoulder, into the hold tight. And then the 6s, like I had planned to do 6 singles where I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1, or okay, 3, 1, 1, 1, whatever. And I got to it and I was like, I feel really good. Yeah. So it's like the deadlifts kept warming up and it didn't feel like, I was worried it was gonna feel like we were only deadlifting, but it didn't. It was a really good mix and a balance. Would you agree?
Yeah, my handstand push-ups actually felt really good.
Yours looked good. That was good.
So there were more of those and less of the deadlifts.
So I took away 3 minutes of his rest on the second one.
Oh.
If looks could kill, I'd be dead.
I hate the first pull. On the clean, I basically do like a clean grip deadlift, and then I do like touch and go from the rest of the day.
Yeah. You're hinging pretty well.
I hate the first one, but I was happy with that. It was really hard.
Good job. Thanks for doing it with me. So I hit 3 sets just to end the day. I like to, you know, balance myself out after a lot of heavy deads. So I went with an assisted single leg dumbbell RDL today. I really like these. So it really lit up my hamstring right where it goes into my glute as well, that insertion. So what I did was I held the dumbbell in my left hand per se, which was the leg that I would be hinging on. And then I held with the opposite hand on the rig post. So I wasn't really pulling myself. All the work was still being done on that single leg. However, I was just using the post to help keep me square and maybe help me take my chest over just a little bit further to be able to tap the dumbbell onto the ground. So it really took out, I still thought about keeping my midline tight, but it took out the balance aspect and allowed me to focus more on keeping my foot planted in the floor, having that little bit of the balance, and being able to think about hinging completely on my chest or pivoting like on the axis of my femur essentially, to really light up my hamstring and my glute. So it's just a little bit of stimulus than when you're doing it without the assistance. And then, so I went 12 on my right leg, 12 on my left leg, and then I went right into 20 hip extensions on the GHD. I like to think about keeping my lumbar in a neutral position. And so taking my chest forward, I'm not like a back extension, rolling everything down, but I'm keeping my lumbar neutral, keeping my back nice and tight. So then when I drive up, I think about squeezing my butt and engaging my hamstrings. So it puts everything into my posterior chain. So I hit 20 GHD hip extensions for 3 sets, resting as needed. So I think it's really important just to make sure you don't dive into the car or hop into your car and just drive home, especially after doing heavy stimulus, because everything's just gonna tighten up. So I'm just working on loosening up kind of like my QL, my lumbar, my lower back, everything, not my lumbar, but my spina recti, everything around it. So I don't just tighten up when I get into the car, because it's gonna shorten everything and I'm trying to work on better mobility. So the cleaner we move, the better we move, the more efficient our movement's gonna feel, the less energy we're gonna use. Ultimately, hopefully we'll go faster, be able to do more, and feel better about it. So just trying to pick things in my 2020 goal, I told Patrick, was to do more mobility. So right now, what I'm doing is I just have the foam roller kind of rolled to one side. It's definitely tight. I've got an app that I downloaded, Go WOD Mobility app, and I typed in deadlift, and this is what it said to start with. It said 1 minute each side, so that was my minute. I'm gonna hit play again, and roll to the other side. As you can see, it's kind of painful, so definitely means I probably need to be doing it. So I'll spend a minute here and then I'll move on to my next exercise. It's really good. So today was awesome. We hit some pretty heavy Metcon volume. We switched it up a little bit. We threw heavy deads in. I love it. It's not something you can do every week because the heavy deadlifts definitely will take it out of you. So just keep an eye on that as well. If you're doing heavy lifting every single day, your CNS is probably shot. So making sure you're continuing changing the stimulus, changing the movements, staying healthy, mobilizing, cooling down, and doing your accessory work, because it all will pay off. Check out the links in our bio, because we do offer a strength program, we offer a midline program, and then we offer everything that I'm doing with Pat every single day if you want to follow along with us. Stay tuned, we've got some awesome videos coming up. Thanks for tuning in today. Have a good day.